Good evening and welcome to Hopkins High School for tonight's varsity boys basketball game as the Ashland Clockers take on your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. The Tri-Valley is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, fans, and attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash talking, and berating of players or officials. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thank you for helping creating a positive, respectful, fun environment here at Hopkinton High School. And now for tonight's lineups for the Ashland Clockers. Guard, number 2, senior Jason Arms. Forward, number 15, senior Jason Christensen. Guard, number 5, senior Trevor Japron. Guard, number 3, junior Kevin Rabidou. Forward, number 24, sophomore Kevin Russell. The coaches for the Clockers are Isaiah Davis and Eric Young. And now for your hometown, Hopkinton Hillers! Guard, number 10, sophomore Tommy Ambersoni. Guard, number 20, junior Michael Puvakad. Forward, number 24, junior Brendan Kelly. Guard, number 32, junior Ben McKenzie. Forward, number 35, senior captain Zach Sazitsky. The manager for the Hillers is Cam Hutchins. And the Hillers are coached by Tom Keene, Chris Banks, Jay Golden, and Mark Sanborn. Now will you all please rise as we honor our flag as for the national anthem. And a special announcement from Lemon and Deputy. Go Hillers!
All right, H-Game TV presents another edition of Hiller Basketball as the Hopkinton Hillers boys team hosts the Ashland Clockers in a tough TVL matchup. Hi, I'm Tim Hladek here again with you with Steve Spector. And Steve, after we just saw a tough loss but exciting game in the girls' edition of this doubleheader. They lost 39-36. What do you think we're going to see here in this one?
Well, I think both teams, it's sort of a must-win situation for both teams. It looks like Ashland is 4-5 coming into the game, and the Hillers have lost a couple of tough ones, and they're 3-6. So it's almost like a playoff situation where, you know, for the Hillers, if they go 3-7, it's already an uphill battle. It's going to be even harder. So Ashland would love to even up their record at 5-5, and you know, a little Hiller pride here tonight. You know that the Hiller girls lost a tough one earlier before this, and the Hiller boys need to show some stuff here, and hopefully they'll pull off the W tonight in Game 2.
Ashland takes the tip. Ball down low right away, kick back out, quick three fired, no good. Ben McKenzie with the rebound. Ambersoni drives, turned away. Now Puvakad, he drives, needs help, turns around, Ambersoni fires the three.
In and out.
No good, but Sazitsky with a great effort
hustle.
grabs the offensive board. Ambersoni drives, A little contact, but no foul call. Ball not knocked out of bounds, stays with Hopkinton.
Ooh, Sazitsky took one for the team there. I'll have to check out for some, some burns in the knees and elbows after that.
Ball inside somehow gets to Sazitsky. He turns, misses. Another shot.
Nice.
Up and good. Sazitsky already 2 quick offensive rebounds in the first bucket of the game.
It's a good sign for Zach. They're going to need him to have a big game tonight.
And a 5-second violation called. A great press from Hopkinton to confuse the Clockers, and a 5-second violation gives Hopkinton the possession.
Oh, could have been a foul.
Somehow McKenzie managed to secure that ball after an odd bounce. Not much offensive movement going on for Hopkinton right now. Puvakad fires the 3. Another offensive board for Sazitsky, his 3rd in the first minute and a half. Ambersoni stuck, needs help, finds Puvakad. He fires it over to Sazitsky. Tries to drive baseline, turned away. Shot fired now from Puvakad. No good. Rebounded by Ashland.
Puvakad has the ability to heat it up quick, but he's just missed a couple 3-pointers in a row.
Christensen turns around, shot. Nice attempt, does not find the mark. McKenzie with it now for Hopkinton. Tries to get over to Puvakad. He does, gets it down to Kelly. Ball knocked out of bounds, stays with Hopkinton.
Yeah, Brendan Kelly, he's another pillar that we're going to need to have a big game tonight. He's a big body down low and uses it well to create space for himself, and we're going to hopefully see a pretty healthy amount of points coming from him tonight.
Right. Ambersoni trying to drive, turned away. A lot of stagnant offense here for Hopkinton. Shot fired from Ambersoni. A couple bounces, no good. But Sazitsky again with the offensive board. His shot, no good. But that's 4 already for Sazitsky.
Yeah, he's coming to play tonight for sure. Nice to finish a couple of shots there, but that's still a 2-0 lead for the Hillers early.
Ball inside, Christensen, his layup up and in. 2-2 now after the layup from Christensen. Kelly pass inside to Sazitsky. He muscles it up. Tough call there. Didn't look like much contact from Christensen, but enough to get the foul called. Sazitsky will be shooting 2 from the line. As I've been saying before already, a huge impact on the glass. Now he's rewarded with his first free throws of the game.
Yeah, 5:18 left. I'm almost 3 minutes in, only a couple buckets. Both teams are not exactly hitting the cover off the ball, as they say.
Yeah, perhaps taking the lead from the girls today, who struggled, both Hopkinton and Ashland, both scoring typically well into the 50s, sometimes the 60s, were held into the 30s here in the first part of this doubleheader. Hopefully a bit more scoring in this one, but Sazitsky missing those 2 free throws there.
Ashland player wide open. Who's got that number 24 guy?
And the ball does get into number 24, Kevin Russell.
That number 24 guy's name is Kevin Russell. But he was as wide open as I've ever seen here.
And Breslin wide open.
Off the bench, lighting it up.
Knocks down a 3, 5-4 lead for Hopkinton.
Breslin brings a lot of energy as well.
Jason Arms has his pass knocked out of bounds. Stays with Ashland off the tip out. And again, still 5-4 lead for Hopkinton. Ball inside to Christensen. He goes around Kelly. Kelly hit with the foul.
Kind of a bailout call there. The Ashland player, Jason Christensen, had no room whatsoever to get the shot off, and Brendan was just standing there with his arms straight up and down, but there was contact. I don't know if Brendan created the contact, but nevertheless, the ref called a foul. That's Brendan's first foul, team first foul. 4:43 left, 5-4 Hillers.
Christensen knocks down that second free throw. Now a tie game at 5 apiece. Ball inside to Kelly. He seals out the defender with a nice drop step. Turns and finds the easy deuce.
Yeah, he's just a strong presence underneath, and particularly lower body strength, and he can create space.
Christensen, nice pass to DePerrin. His pass out for a three-point shot, no good. And McKenzie's fouled on the three. On the rebound.
Trevor DePerron, help me out with that number.
I believe it's DePerrin.
DePerrin came flying in. There was contact, lots of contact for the ref to see in that one, but good hustle by Trevor of Ashland, but Hiller ball coming back the other way.
McKenzie gets a pass inside to Kelly. Another nice post bucket for Kelly, who has been huge for this Hiller team this season.
That was really nice. It's sort of a duplication of the previous play.
DePerrin needs help, finds Christensen. His pass to Russell. Some nice passing here from Ashland. Results in an open three, no good from Kevin Rabideau. Now McKenzie with it. Fires the jumper by himself. Great shot from McKenzie. He knocks it down. 11-5 lead now for Hopkinton. 6 points, I believe, actually 8 points in a row for the Hillers.
Yeah, Coach Isaiah Davis of Ashland not enjoying that last minute and a half or so.
Nope.
The Hillers getting a few quick buckets and not a lot of resistance coming from his team.
No,
in that
not
stretch.
in that last stretch. No, you're right. And that prompted the timeout. Hillers opening up a 6-point lead with 3:38 left here in the first quarter. And the Hillers, like you were talking about earlier, Steve, again, 3-6 overall, 3-4 in the TVL, need 10 wins to make it to the postseason. And right now, obviously, sitting at that 3-win mark, needing to win 7 of those next 11 to qualify for the postseason. And like you were saying, every win, every game from this point on is hugely important.
Yeah, no question about it. And, so far they're responding, and the question is, can they keep the pedal to the metal and finish the deal tonight? And, they realize it's kind of obvious to everyone in the building that, in Ashland too, they need this one just as bad.
As well, yep.
But certainly,
these teams don't need any other motivation to play each other.
Right.
But it's here tonight, and we've seen it in the intensity here to start.
It's always been a big rivalry here, these two teams in whatever sport they're playing against.
Of course, the neighboring towns always fighting hard in whatever competition. And now
that's
Kelly, great move down low, goes right through the arms, driving baseline, gets the lay-in.
Kind of chaotic there for a minute, and somehow the Hillers came up with the ball. Kelly with at least 6 points. Lost track.
Shot fired from Russell, his corner three, no good. Grabbed by Breslin. He looks to take it the whole way, gets into trouble. And a quick travel call.
That's a tough call. Breslin playing under control, brought it down. I didn't really see the travel up here.
It didn't look too. I mean, the ref obviously has a better vantage point than we do, but there are less
obvious.
less egregious travels that are called than that one.
Yeah. Ooh, a floater.
This time Breslin grabs the rebound. Now DeLoya. Ambersoni drives, nice bounce pass to Kelly. He uses that body. Again, another nice drop step. Kelly knows exactly where to put himself down in the post. Can't make the shot, but 2 free throws coming for the junior.
Luke DeLoya, beautiful entry pass, and that seems to be the formula that's working for the Hillers. And get the ball to Brendan and let him do his thing underneath. And then if he's swishing free throws, that's even better. So, but he's having a big game so far.
I believe 7 points for him to start right now.
Certainly carrying the load, and all of a sudden there's a 9-point lead for the Hillers. 2:37 left in the first quarter. 14-5.
Second free throw, good. 10-point lead now for Hopkinton. Pass goes off to Perrin's face.
Pass.
Now DeLoya behind the back dribble. Shot. Just rims out. Ambersoni grabs the offensive board, and he is fouled on the putback attempt. Another offensive rebound off the close miss from DeLoya. Results 2 free throws coming for Hopkinton.
That was a pretty slick move by DeLoya, like kind of dribbling in a phone booth kind of thing with behind the back. Somehow created a really nice shot.
A tough
it
shot.
really kind of went in and out. And then Tommy Ambrosoni picked up the loose ball and got whacked going up for his shot, and he's got 2 shots here.
Yeah, he made the first. Second one on its way. That is good as well, and that has to be Hopkinton's, I believe, like 5th or 6th offensive rebound to start here in the first quarter. Most of those coming from Sazitsky, but that time Ambrosoni grabbing one. Christensen running down, being harassed by Hillers. Turns the pass, somehow gets it by the Hillers. Shot fired, a bit short. Now Ambrosoni with it.
Christensen.
And he's picked by Christensen. Ball rolling around. Somehow, again, Ashland with it. Layup up, no good. But free throws coming for Cameron Hardy. A pretty hectic flurry of play right there the last 30 seconds or so. A lot of turnovers, a lot of possessions. Finally, free throws coming for Hardy.
Looks like a sophomore guard here, lefty. Made a nice take. Not a really big physique on the young guy, but he took it up really strong with his left hand and drew the foul. And
1 of 2.
That guy looks like he's got a nice stroke from the line, 1 of 2.
17-6 lead now for Hopkinton. Just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Ball in McKenzie's hands, 10 seconds left. He drives.
Tough shot.
Tough take. Deloya fighting for the board. Hits the ground. DePerrin brings it up for Ashland. Just inside 3-point line. Shot fired, no good. Sazitsky, another rebound. Now some substitutions being made for Hopkinton. Stephen Maffiori enters the game, as well as Michael Iannelli.
Good minutes from Breslin and Deloya, coming in for a couple, 2-3 minutes each, and adding value to the Hiller offense and defense tonight.
Missed 3 from McKenzie. Another offensive board for Sazitsky. Saves a possession for Hopkinton. Maffiori wanted to get it inside. Turned away. Ambrosoni drives, wanted to shoot a jumper. He again was turned away. McKenzie needs help. Tries to get to Maffiori, knocked out of bounds by Ashland. Thomas Morrison knocks it out, couldn't handle it. Saves with Hopkinton, 8 seconds left. 54 seconds left in the quarter. Ambrosoni fakes, drives, jumper up, and good. Hopkinton hitting everything, it seems, here in this first quarter,
That's
up
nice,
13.
Nice stroke by Ambrosoni. And
Maffiori takes it away. McKenzie drives. Nice take. 2 more points, 21-6 now.
No foul. That's
Ooh, and a late foul called there. Some hectic dribbling from Ashland. And Hopkinton had another turnover and 2 more points coming. But Ashland bailed out with a foul. This one going against Sazitsky.
Yeah, number 24, Kevin Russell, dribbling up the court, kind of out of control, got bailed out a little bit there.
Hardy driving, nice take from the sophomore.
It's a nice shot, and they really needed some points there. It had been a while.
A bucket to stop the bleeding at the very least. Hopkinton had been on a huge run.
Last 15 seconds of the quarter here. Hillers looks like holding for 1.
Yep, shot clock is off. Hopkinton can take the last the last shot. McKenzie drives, dishes over to Sazitsky. His baseline jumper is good. And a great opportunity for Hopkinton.
Ooh, almost a foul.
And almost, like you said, Steve, almost a foul there as McKenzie's last second 3-point shot was blocked. But a 23-8 lead for Hopkinton in a huge run to end that quarter.
Yeah, there was, the Ashland coach, Isaiah Davis, was hoping to tighten things up. And it was 15-6 at one point, and now it's 23-8. So there was a few quick hoops by the Hillers at the end. Zach Sazitsky doing his thing this quarter. You know, he's got at least 5 rebounds, 4 offensive. I might have missed one in there, and then he's got a couple buckets. That last one, really nice stroke at the end with about 10 seconds left in the quarter. And Brendan Kelly is lighting it up from underneath.
Well, yep.
So Ashland has no answer for him at the moment. So Hiller's 23-8 lead that's a whole lot of points in one quarter. So that's a good start.
And before that layup from Hardy, actually Hardy had the only 3 points in that run for Dover Sherburne. What am I talking about? Ashland. It was 5-5, and the Hillers really outscoring Ashland a lot, only getting those 3 points from Hardy. Now Ashland left with Hopkinton left with a 15-point lead. We'll see how the second quarter goes, if they can kind of keep going off that momentum. 3-5 from Szycki. He knocks it down.
Zach's having a big game, and he kind of seems to be in the zone.
And more hectic passing from Ashland, taken away by Ambersoni. He drives, can't get the and one, but is fouled, and 2 free throws coming. Another opportunity at points for Hopkinton.
Nice to see all his teammates on the bench get up for Tommy. It was a really nice take. He's a left-handed player, but took it up with his right hand. Created the contact, and he's got a chance for 2 at the line.
First shot just rims out. 2 substitutions for Ashland. Kevin Rabideau coming back out onto the court, as well as DePerrin. Second free throw good for the sophomore. 27-8.
19-point leads, a whole lot of points early. It's a big gap. Almost a travel.
Nice take, but no good on the layup from Jason Arms. Szycki drives baseline. Tough shot. Oof. Almost gets it to go in. Rebounded by Ashland.
Good idea. Looks like he just lost the ball.
Yeah, Thomas Morrison, he definitely tried to pass that one. I think he just thought he had an extra player on the court.
Yep.
Unfortunately for Ashland.
It went over to the trainer, Jeanette Emerson, and made a nice play on it, I think so. But I don't think that was his intention.
Hey, if she was in play, she would have had a nice shot.
That's right.
McKenzie over to Breslin, who fires the 3. Just off the mark.
Ooh, lots of contact there.
Driving the entire length of the court was Kevin Rabideau. He took a solid blow. This foul called on
before the shot
on the floor.
That looked like I'd have to, as objective as I can be, which I'm not.
I mean, he definitely didn't dribble again after he got hit. I know that
was a shooting foul, but I don't know. I'm not really sure why. But anyway, it seems to have worked out.
Another foul called on the floor. This one against Hopkinton as well.
It's on Michael Puvakad.
And another inbound attempt. This one knocked out of bounds.
Looks like Zach's got like a laser focus tonight. He just seems to be fired up. He always is fired up, but particularly.
Right. Yeah, anticipating passes, misses, getting involved on rebounds. Again, getting his hands in there. A steal for Szycki. Now Breslin bringing it up. Maffiori for 3. He knocks it down. And the buckets just keep coming for Hopkinton. Wow. Three from Ashland. No good.
Breslin up.
Breslin with a nice rebound.
It's fired up too. Representing Huckleberry Road neighborhood quite well. One of my neighbors lives right behind me, so I just thought I'd throw that in there again.
Of course.
But great hustle.
I'd expect nothing less.
Yep.
And a timeout called from Ashland as the Hopkinton bench is up and cheering for the effort that they're getting from pretty much everybody today. But in that last scrum there from Breslin, fighting in for the rebound, drawing the foul.
Yeah, that was a nice stretch. I don't know if they've had a 22-point lead this season at any point in time. They might have, and I don't mean to be critical, but Ashland's tough athletic team. They're having a tough time hitting shots tonight. So certainly have a huge mountain to climb if they're going to get themselves back in this game. And at some point, it's going to be insurmountable. But it's still early,
right?
And you can hit 2 or 3 threes, and all of a sudden you're down by 10 or something. So
Right, but Zach Szycki and Brendan Kelly, two of the Hopkinton big guys, have been playing extremely well. Szycki really providing that laser focus like you were talking about. He's always intense, but right now seems to be going perfectly in line with this game as he's just stealing passes, getting in there for rebounds, and scoring as well. And it's created a huge problem for Ashland. And Mathiori fires another three, feeling confident.
Yeah.
No good on that one.
Why not? Oh, nice
Great pass inside. No good on the layup, but a fantastic pass from Arms. McKenzie gets the ball stripped. Luckily for Hopkinton, last off of a clocker. This one stays with the Hillers. As Drew Rankatori enters the game for the first time. And Ambersoni comes back in. Ambersoni drives.
Nice block.
Nice attempt, but partially blocked, and Rankatori gets right in there. Makes his presence felt, an offensive board, and 2 points.
Sophomore, nice play.
Ambersoni a bit too aggressive there, gets called for the reach.
That's a good foul, just playing, not letting up even with a 26-point lead or whatever that is, a 24-point lead.
Right. 5:34 left here in the second quarter, 32-8. Ashland had the game tied at 5, but since then has struggled mightily.
Bodies flying everywhere.
Just the defensive intensity from the Hillers has been too much for Ashland to deal with thus far. And even bench players that are coming in, seeing their first minutes, making an impact. Breslin right there with a rebound.
Nice play.
Breslin now for three.
Ooh, too bad.
It's nothing there. He looked around, as if to see if anybody saw that. I think a few people did, Jack, but a good shot, just didn't hit anything on that.
Maybe a little too much time to think about that one, but no, it's a good shot for him. He's hit plenty of those this year, and he'll hit more. And but that's a good open shot for him to take. Oh.
And DePerrin steps out of bounds, trying to get away from the Hiller press. Another turnover there for Ashland. And head coach Isaiah Davis for Ashland has not really gone to the bench much. Perhaps not much to go to. I haven't seen this Ashland team play. It looked like a couple extra steps taken there from Thomas Morrison as he grabbed that rebound. Nothing called.
Maybe a couple extra swipes by Deloya as well, which the Ashland parents were. Oh, nice play.
Nice drive from Morrison.
Got to hit those.
Couldn't hit the layup.
A little strong off the glass. Maybe anticipated a little more pressure than he got.
Ambersoni makes a nice move, gets by his defender. Deloya.
That's too bad.
Hit with a travel right as he caught the ball. And now Szycki will come back into the game. Puvakad takes a seat. 32-8 still. Hopkinton with the 24-point lead. 4:15 and counting left here in this first half. And another turnover there for Ashland. Szycki comes up with it.
Plenty of time.
Finds Rankatori. The smooth jumper. That's a very tough shot. Had to completely stop himself. But he made a great shot. 34-8 now. And on the other end, Jason Arms draws a foul. I believe this one's going to be on the floor.
It's always nice to see someone coming off the bench like Rankatori coming in as sophomore.
Yeah, he's got 4 quick points.
Get some playing time and then making the most of it. Those are nice, stop and pop. That's not an easy.
No, it was a tough shot.
Yep.
And he swished it too.
Gathered himself nicely, squared up and hit a nice shot.
Missed free throw from Arms, grabbed by Hopkinton. Szycki forcing the issue. Rankatori was wide open down low. He was missed, but driving. Ooh. Great drive there.
Before the shot.
From Kester. Foul called, yep, I believe that one on the floor before the shot, but free throw,
yep, so
a free throw coming for Kester. 1-1.
Yeah, Hiller's going deep into the bench, and they get about 10 deep, and everyone's contributing.
No good on the free throw, but Rankatori fighting for that board. And he wanted the bucket too. He goes up strong through a couple of Ashland players and draws a foul. Drew Rankatori making the most of his minutes.
Yeah, he's got 3 or 4 minutes, and he's got 2 buckets, and he's active.
Couple of rebounds and drawing fouls. First free throw was good as well.
It's a good sign for years to come. He's only a sophomore, so we got 2.5 years to go with him. It's nice to see some depth. A lot of juniors on the team and sophomores.
Second one is good as well. 6 points in limited minutes for Rankatori. 36-8 with 3:30 left here in the first half. Arms is 3, no good. Grab by DeLoya, and he dribbles it off his own foot. Oh, lucky break there for Hopkinton.
I would have to say they didn't get that one right. I'm surprised no one. Well, conspicuously, there's nobody on the Hopkinton team right in front of the Hopkinton fans, but it certainly looked like it went off a Hiller. So.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a makeup call here in the future, but for now, DeLoya fires the 3. No good. Grabbed by Ashland. Now DePerrin with it, over to Arms. He wanted the 3, thought about it. Now needs some help, and tough defense from Sazitsky. Diving on the floor.
Fearless out there. I don't know what the call was, but all I know is Zach just sacrificed his health on that play.
Right, and it got Hopkinton the ball. Great effort there from the senior captain.
Help him out. That's a tough play right there.
Good job from McKenzie, though. He drives the whole way. Charges right on through the Ashland defender. Jake Latessa hits the floor hard after getting a full charging Ben McKenzie right in the chest. But a great play from Latessa to sit there and take it and get the possession there for Ashland.
Tom Leone is in the game, captain, senior captain for the Hillers, number 33.
And a double dribble called. Coach Keene right on top of it, and so is the referee. Another turnover for Ashland.
Well, this is a 2:51 left in the second quarter. That's a substantial lead. My math skills aren't even good. I've run out of room to even add that up, but it's a lot. And that's not a good sign if you're an Ashland fan.
Sazitsky drives baseline. Shot no good, but he will be shooting 2 at the line after getting fouled. A chance to make it a 30-point lead if Sazitsky can make these free throws. First one no good. Coming into the game for Ashland, Mihail Kosifakis. That's a mouthful.
Yep, good luck. Thank you for taking care of that.
Second free throw good for Sazitsky, 29-point lead. Some fancy ball handling here from Cameron Hardy. He's dribbled through the entire press.
Well, a lot of contact there. Refs letting them play a little bit.
Yeah, McKenzie lucky didn't get hit with the charge right there. Great two-man game. Reverse lane is good. Great passing from Michael Iannelli and Tom Leone.
That was a slick finish. That was not an easy layup. Kind of up and under, going away from the hoop, and finished it beautifully.
Yeah, great communication between the two. They knew exactly what they were doing. Resulted in a nice bucket for Hopkinton.
Cameron Hardy, number 13. Boy, he's got some dribbling skills. Lefty sophomore guard. Looks like we'll be seeing him over the next 3 years.
First free throw is good for Hardy.
30-point lead. That is a really big lead at this point in the game. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the half. Zizitsky with about his 8th or 9th rebound. I've lost track.
Pass inside. Leone hit hard. Couldn't really get the shot off, but 2 free throws coming for the senior captain.
Did a nice ball fake there. Got the Ashland player in the air and knew that he had him right where he wanted him. And once that happened, he just jumped into the Ashland player. Looks like number 3, Kevin Rabidou.
First free throw good for the senior captain. 1:52 left in this first half. 40-9 lead for Hopkinton. Second free throw no good. And a tipped ball goes out of bounds. Hit an Ashland player who was stepping on the line. Unfortunate turn of events there. Hopkinton stays in control. Zizitsky drives baseline. Tough left-handed hook, no good. And just tremendous intensity on the defense for Hopkinton. Coach Keene. Coach Greco, too, may be watching this game saying something. But Coach Keene right there just giving directions to his players, specifically Zizitsky there. And just a lot of intensity here from this Hiller defense, forcing a lot of turnovers and bad shot selection from this Ashland Clocker team.
Michael Iannelli in the game, number 15 for the Hillers, captain.
As Cameron Hardy knocks down 2 free throws. Zizitsky will take a seat, presumably for the rest of the first half. Gets a nice little round of applause from this Hiller crowd.
Certainly earned his keep in that first half. That was good stuff. You can say that about the entire team.
Yeah, pretty much everybody out here.
Just dominant first half so far.
McKenzie drives, floater, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Ashland. Hardy with it at the top of the key. Somehow, great spin move, shot fired, too strong on the floater, but a great spin move to get a shot open.
A lot of control there.
And then a turnover from Iannelli. Great pass to DePerrin. His scoop layup no good, but Hardy in there fighting for the rebound.
It's good up and down action, just ball's not falling in for anybody.
Hardy with great ball handling, able to dribble through some tough situations. Shot fired from arms, no good. He's fighting for his own rebound. Knocks it out of bounds. Ball goes to the Hillers.
Good hustle by Jason Arms, senior guard for Ashland. Just kind of ran out of room on the baseline.
And the Hillers have 4 players on the court right now. McKenzie a bit confused, but he trickles back out onto the court. No one's ever turned down minutes before, right?
No, I know. I'm sure the Ashland coach was hoping they could keep it for a little while. Oh, nice move.
25 seconds left. Ambersoni dribbles into trouble, needs some help. Gets the ball stripped away, and luckily for him, a foul called, as he was about a few seconds away from turning it over there.
Yeah, that was as I said just a second ago, nice play, but I guess I'd like to retract that statement by saying he dribbled himself into a little bit of trouble in the corner, and he got bailed out a little bit.
But it turns into free throw, so nice play.
Sure.
First one's good. Back to a 30-point lead for Hopkinton, 41-11. 20.8 seconds left here in the first half. Second one is good.
Nice stroke. Swishes them both.
DePerrin drives, tries a tough bounce pass between a lot of Hillers. DePerrin for 3. No good. McKenzie up for 3. Kester, shot no good. Ambersoni turns around, fires the last second jumper. Looked good, but did not fall. Breslin hits the court as he looks to get off the get ready for the halftime break.
There's a lot of excitement going into the locker room, and you can't blame them. They're up by 31-point lead. That was an impressive. It was two things, Tim. It was an impressive display offensively by the Hillers. I guess you could say three things. Awesome defensive stand by the Hillers, and not really much offense on the Ashland. So that whole combination equals a 31-point halftime lead, which is 42 points in the first half. That's a whole lot of points, and it'll probably take a miracle if the Ashland can come back here. But so far so good.
Right, the game started 5-5, and then since then, obviously Hopkinton outscoring them 37-6. Not a very good effort there from Ashland here. We'll see if things change in the second half after we come back. Again, Hillers up 42-11. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Do you have what it takes?
Will you make a difference?
Always an adventure.
Police and fire working together.
Utilizing the latest technology.
Do you have what it takes?
My name is Connor. My name is Nina. I'm Haley. Hi, my name is Jake. We're the Hiller volleyball team. My name is Emma. My name is May. My name is Shelby. My name is Sophie.
We're Alma Gal and we love H-Camp.
We love H-Camp.
And I volunteer for H-Camp TV.
And I watch H-Camp TV. And I love H-Camp TV. And I love H-Camp TV.
We love H-Camp TV. Woo!
Tim Hladek and Steve Spector back with you here for a second half of the Hopkinton Hillers boys game between Hopkinton and Ashland. And this is completely unlike the first part of this doubleheader, Steve. The girls were close throughout. And here at the end of the first half, the Hillers with a 31-point lead, up 42-11, really dominating in all aspects of this game.
Yeah, I don't know what more I could add to what we were talking before the half, but it's just it's almost insurmountable. It would have to be like a miracle in Hopkinton for this to go the other way. But it looks like Ashland, for some reason, I don't even know if they got a basket in the second quarter. They got outscored like 19-3 in the second quarter. So definitely things going the Hillers' way, and then it opens up an opportunity for Coach Keene to play his bench, and those guys aren't coming in and taking the night off. They're coming in and they're adding value too. So everybody's contributing so far. 42 points is a whole lot of points for a half of basketball, high school level. So looks like the starting five is out there for the Hillers, and Ashland's going to have to make a statement early if they're going to get back in the game.
Yeah, like you said, Steve, a lot of production pretty much everywhere from the Hillers today. Brendan Kelly, Zach Sazitsky, McKenzie all producing. And then even on the bench, Drew Rankatori comes in, hits some shots. Jack Breslin making threes, getting rebounds, drawing fouls. A lot of production from all over the lineup.
Looks like
as a foul down low called against Hopkinton.
Looks like it's on Brendan Kelly's third foul on him. You have to clean up the scoreboard. They're going to redo the fouls, but right now it says each team has 10, but they have 0.
Well, now 1 for Hopkinton.
Yep, exactly.
There they go as they fix it up for us.
They heard me say that. It's a miracle. It's a coincidence, I'm sure.
Who knows what these headsets are connected to?
Yep. Puvakad getting... Oh, wow, the Ashland coach, I don't blame him. Puvakad got himself into a little bit of a situation.
Right, if they didn't call a foul after the first couple swipes, it seems weird that they would call one at the final one, but hey, luckily for Hopkinton, bailed out there as Pubicad was stuck, like you were saying. 2 Ashland defenders taking swipes at the ball.
Yeah, that was oh, look at that.
Rankatori fights, tries to get his own rebound, cannot. Pass inside, and a bucket there for Ashland. Good start. As Jason Christensen makes the bucket. McKenzie drives, and a tough lay-in for the junior.
Nice. He hasn't had much offensive production tonight, but that was a good sign for him.
Pass down low, shot,
Tough shot.
Good from Kevin Rabideau. 4 quick points for Ashland. Already more than what they scored in the second quarter, which is both encouraging and a little discouraging at the same time.
Oh, nice block.
Great block from Rabideau again, this time on the defensive end. But then he loses the ball out of bounds right there. Hopkinton will take over, ball into Ambersoni as he's harassed by DePerrin. (44-15) lead for Hopkinton. 6:15 left in the third. McKenzie drives, gets hacked, can't make the lefty layup, but 2 free throws coming for the junior.
And McKenzie took it up strong, kind of hung in the air for a little extended period of time, and somehow got the shot off and drew the foul.
Sinks the first free throw, back up to a 30-point lead. McKenzie wastes no time at the line. Second free throw up and in, much like the first. But a little sleeping down by Hopkinton as Kevin Russell got open, but a great recovery from Hopkinton, forcing the turnover. And then Russell commits a foul on the other end.
I think that was a little out of frustration on Russell's part. Sophomore forward for Ashland. I think he felt like he got whacked down low, and I think his coach felt the same way. Didn't get a call, then he almost intentionally pushed him from behind, which was a little unusual. There you go.
Sazitsky almost with the alley-oop pass. His shot can't go in. Nice rebound from Christensen. Russell, great look to the cutting Jason Arms. He can't finish, but Christensen grabs the board and knocks it down.
Nice finish. Looks like Brendan.
Yeah, his 4th foul. No, that can't be. That must be 24
I'm sorry,
of Ashland, because Brendan Kelly's not out on the floor right now.
That's what I was going to say. How did that happen? Actually, it looks like he just fouled out.
Not good for Ashland. As we've said before, bench not necessarily the deepest, but we'll have to see him go to it now to replace Russell.
Well, it's good hustle by Russell. Luckily, I don't know that happens to Ryan. There's no intent there. But that's an early exit for anybody with 5:44 left in the third quarter to foul out. But he's just hustling, doing his best out there.
DeLoya, the nice drive, gets it to Rankatori. He muscles it up, can't quite finish. Good effort, but no good on the shot. Arms with it, stuck at the 3-point line, looking for help. Manages to find DePerrin, back to Arms. He drives, lay-in, no good. And DeLoya sneaks in there for the board.
Good play by DeLoya. Kind of muscled that one out.
McKenzie jumper, good.
He's starting to feel it, which is not good news for Ashland.
Great passing from Ashland right there,
nice
and a better take from Thomas Morrison. 48-19 now, Hopkinton lead.
Wide open.
Ambersoni drives down the lane. McKenzie fires the jumper short. Grabbed by Ashland. Christensen gets the pass. Stolen away by McKenzie. Nice steal, it looked like, but referee had decided to call a foul right away. Not much grumbling from McKenzie.
Good hustle. Lots of activity, a lot of going deep into the bench, as they say.
3 fired from Hardy, no good. Now Hopkinton on the break. DeLoya rockets it over. Now McKenzie, bounce pass to the corner.
Nice.
3 fired, up and good from Kester.
Ryan Kester, he's having a nice game too.
Lead up to 32 now.
When you have a 32-point lead, everybody's having a good game.
Christensen turns and fires, no good on the tough jumper. Kester again, the corner 3, looked good.
Oh,
Kelly with the board, his shot no good. Another offensive rebound for Kelly. And McKenzie resets the possession for Hopkinton. 3:40 left here in the third quarter, 51-19 lead for the Hillers, who are well on their way to their 4th win of the season.
Almost a double dribble there.
Kester inside to Kelly. He is fouled. 2 shots coming for the junior.
A little 2-man ball on the left-hand side. Kester and Brendan, a little back and forth, and nice delivery to Brendan down low, and he got whacked going up to the hoop. He's got 2 shots.
No good on the first free throw for Kelly as Breslin enters the game once again. Drew Rankatori will sit down. Second free throw good. 52-19.
Nice play.
Nice passing again. A cutting Morrison knows where to be on the offensive end. 2 more points for him.
That was like textbook how to break a press. Oh, that's a lot of contact.
DeLoya hit hard in the air. Great decision, great take. He'll get 2 at the line.
Thomas Morrison, senior guard. Oh, I'm sorry, that was number 3. My bad. Kevin Rabidou on the foul, junior guard. Have a big collision there.
First free throw good for DeLoya.
Tell you, the future's looking bright. I know that the record this year for the Hillers is not where they had hoped it would be at this point, at 3-6 overall. But you're looking at the roster, you got three guards, Maffiori, Ambrosoni, Breslin, sophomores, and then Drew Rankatori, another sophomore, and they're all contributing right now. So that's really a nice building block for the next couple of years. And then you throw in DeLoya and Michael Puvakad and Ryan Kester, Ben McKenzie. There's a whole lot of depth, and then you get the seniors. So a little bit of a surprise they don't have as good of a record as we thought by now, but still plenty of time to resurrect the season. It's not over.
Right, absolutely.
They just need to run off a couple of victories in a row, get some momentum.
And no better time to start than now, and it looks like that's what the Hillers have bought into, at least for this game. Up 31 with 2:50 left in the third quarter as the Hillers turn it over there. And a foul call, this one going against Iannelli. Bit too much reaching there. Right in front of the referee. Foul called. Ashland will inbound.
No place to hide in that one.
Quick fire, 3. Bounces off, I believe hits the shot clock, out of bounds. Hopkinton.
Well, it seems like an eternity left in the game here with such a big lead.
Apparently Hopkinton somehow doesn't have the ball. Unless that was blocked, I don't really know what happened.
Yeah,
but
I don't know either.
Christensen gets the offensive board, fires a shot. This one's slapped out of bounds, I believe, by arms of Ashland. This time it does go to Hopkinton.
Got to say, the Ashland players, they're not giving up, to their credit. I mean, they're fighting for every rebound and every last scrap for the ball.
Yeah, the score for the most part has stayed within the same range here in this third quarter. Just an overwhelming second quarter by the Hillers, which sometimes one quarter is all it takes.
Oh, got bailed out a little bit on that.
I believe the foul was drawn by Ionelli on the pass, so that one should be on the floor. Already 6 fouls, now 7 fouls, so the Hillers will be in the bonus, and Ionelli will be shooting at least one from the line. And Jake Latessa coming back in the game for Ashland.
Yeah, what can happen here is you get some momentum going with a big blowout situation here, and have to look ahead to the next couple games, and they can get closer to 500 in the next couple weeks, and then
right.
You can only do one game at a time, but
right. But winning those are important, as we see here in this one. Foul down low. Ashland will be shooting 2. Latessa coming back out onto the court, making an impact, drawing the foul. No good on the free throw.
I'd like to thank John Ritz and Mary Arnott working the cameras tonight. Director Tom Dings and Denise Antaki on camera. I'm sorry, I missed that. My bad. Sorry, Denise. So John Ritz, Mary Arnott, and Denise Antaki on the cameras. Tom Dings directing. Samantha Dings doing the graphics, and I think that's about it. Mike Tarosian was here earlier, but he
might still be.
Prior commitment. Oh, nice rebound by the Ashland player, number 22, Jake Latessa.
Yeah, Latessa will be shooting more free throws. Oh, there's Mike Tarosian. There he is, taking the sights in from the scorer's table.
Taking some cheap shots at him. He's not here to defend himself. Keeping things calm down there next to Coach Bliss. The scorer's table.
Second free throw no good. 53-21 lead for Hopkinton. 2 minutes left here in the third. Turnover there off the ill-advised pass. Morrison gets it inside to Christensen. Back to Morrison. Left in no man's land.
Nice
pass stolen by Breslin, who turns it right back over to Hardy, who then in turn turns it back over to Breslin. Picks up the foul and one. Somehow that flurry of turnovers ends up in an and one opportunity for Hopkinton.
Yeah, Mike Ionelli with almost a gift there. He had to finish the play, but it just had a fortuitous roll there, giving him almost a head start to pick the ball up and go in for the layup, but he drew the foul. One of the things I was about to say earlier, Tim, is that when in a blowout situation, they were Hillers up by 30. You just play the second half and pretend it's 0-0, and you just try to compete, and then if you catch a break or two, you tighten it up. But and that's what
it seems to be the way that this Hillers team is approaching the second half.
Yeah, I guess I was referring to Ashland trying to be realistic and coming back when you're down by 30 points. But
okay,
and they've somehow fallen a little bit even more behind, 35 points. So.
Oh, tough pass over to Matt Fiore with a nice catch. Ambersoni down low. Ends up turning it over. No, actually, Matt Fiore and Christensen fight. A loose ball is called. I believe it will stay with Hopkinton.
1 minute and 5 seconds left in the third quarter.
And Matt Fiore traveled upon gaining control of that pass. Another turnover for Hopkinton.
Yeah, that was a little pitter-patter there when he got the ball.
DeParent drives a nice pass.
Nice play.
to the formerly fouled out number 24, Kevin Russell.
Oh, yeah, what happened there?
Apparently, there must have been a scorer's error. He must have only had 4 fouls because he's back out on the court.
You don't see that too often.
And he converts an and one. Ashland still down 32. .40 left here in this third quarter. Both teams racking up 7 and 8 fouls respectively. 7 for Hopkinton, 8 for Ashland. Mafiore's jumper no good. Sazitsky fighting for the rebound, still up 30.
A lot of scrapping going on out there, even with the 30-point lead or whatever it is. Looks like the shot clock's off. 25 seconds left in the quarter.
DePerrin getting doubled. In trouble. He stepped over the half-court line. Nothing called, but a steal. Maffiore, the layup.
Oh.
And one. Opportunity for Maffiore. Gets the circus layup to fall. And a nice way to end this third quarter. Hiller's up 34 right now.
Coach Davis of Ashland's like, where's the foul back at midcourt? It's kind of borderline there, but as you said, the Ashland player stepped over and didn't call that. So, anyways,
right,
we're just trying to keep up with the scoring. It's just so lopsided.
Yeah, a missed free throw there from Maffiore off the boot of an Ashland player. Stays with Hopkinton. Iannelli drives off the loose ball, gets fouled again. That might be the 5th for Russell.
He gave it to number 20, Thomas Morrison, but it looked like it was on 24. But
right.
It doesn't really matter at this point with such a lopsided game. I don't think it's a moot. I think it's a moot point at this point, but
even so, now 2 players, 1 foul away. I assume Russell's at 4 fouls still.
Right.
So that would mean Morrison and Russell both 1 foul away. 60-24 lead, 5 seconds left. DePerrin with the ball. Tough scoop layup, gets the and one.
That's a pretty slick move.
Oh, actually, is he calling that on the floor?
I think he called it. I think he called the hoop.
Okay, yep, so it wasn't and one.
It looks like it. Trevor DePerrin, really, that was one of the nicer moves we've seen all night.
And he completes the old-fashioned and one. 1 second left for Hopkinton. Sazitsky fires up a full-court shot.
Ooh, had a chance.
Had a chance, but did not find the mark. But at the end of the third quarter, Hopkinton holds a 60-27 lead. And it looks like we're going to hand things off to the 50-50 raffle.
All right. 802-3962. That is 802-3962. If you won, please come to the table over there and collect your prize. Thank you, everybody, for playing.
All right, Steve. So we've seen here pretty much more of the same from this Hopkinton Hiller team and from the Ashland team. The Hillers extending their already enormous lead, now up 33. And really, I guess in this last quarter, just want to make sure you don't fall into any bad habits, get some bench players some key minutes, see what they can do, because like you said before, barring a miracle, this game should push Hopkinton up 1 in the win column.
Yeah, I think it's just a question of hopefully nobody gets hurt. Just work on stuff that you're working on practice, and then put it into the game situation.
Right.
I guess that would go for both teams. You get 8 minutes of effectively practice time, and some players that haven't been getting some playing time, like Mac Lind coming in. I haven't seen him yet, but he's in the game right now for the Hillers. That's good to see.
Right.
Plenty of opportunities for some players who don't get typically some playing time. Still have Zach Sazitsky in the game and a lot of other players that are playing early. But it's nice to see another player we haven't seen, Mac Lind, in the game.
Right. And like you said, the final 8 minutes here. We'll see what Hopkinton can do with these bench players, role players, as Morrison knocks down a 3. Start things off for Ashland.
A nice stroke.
Deloya being covered at the 3-point line, takes it himself. Actually draws a foul as he's driving down the lane.
I think everything is a double bonus here for the Hillers moving forward here for the whole second, or the fourth quarter rather. 2 shots for Luke.
Right here on out, Ashland has collected 10 fouls, so Hopkinton will head to the line for 2 in the immediate future. First shot good there from Deloya.
He's had himself a nice game. Probably has 6 or 8 points. I'm just kind of estimating here because we don't have an official scoring going on up here in the booth.
Second one no good. Sazitsky still fighting for that rebound. Wasn't able to get it there, but still up 30, still fighting. 3 fired from Russell, grabbed by Christensen. His shot up and in. Nice play.
He's had a nice game for Ashland. Jason Christensen.
Yeah, the senior forward.
It's like an offensive foul on Puvakad, clearing out a little bit.
Turnover there for Hopkinton. Now DePerrin with it for Ashland. Pass almost taken by Hopkinton, tipped by Puvakad. Morrison for 3, a bit short. Puvakad stretches to grab that rebound. Over to great passing from Kester to Lind. Great movement from Puvakad to Kester, who caught it in the air, knew he couldn't do anything with it, fired it over to an open and cutting Lind.
It was like old-time Celtics ball, fast break, no
doesn't
ball
touch the floor,
hit the floor, like 3 or 4 passes. That was beautiful.
Great movement there from the Hillers for an easy bucket. DePerrin fires a shot, but an offensive foul called. Hopkinton will take over.
Jason Arms clearing out with one of his arms. Got caught doing it.
Deloya with a tough play, jumped up, put himself in no man's land. And then the pass was eventually thrown away by Lind. Turnover there for Hopkinton. 63-32 lead. Just over 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Barring some type of breakdown, Hopkinton should improve to 4-6 overall.
Nice play.
4-4 in the TVL.
Easy.
Deloya driving over to Puvakad, now down low. Pass back to Puvakad, knocked out of bounds by Ashland, stays with the Hillers.
I'll wait. I want to announce something, but I'll just wait till I have another break.
Puvakad with it now at the top of the 3-point line, calling out signals for this offense. Puvakad double dribbled, turns the ball over. Ashland takes over.
Just want to say real quickly, the Sharon Timlin Road Race, the 15th annual, is coming up this June 16th, and the registration opens on February 2nd. We want to give a plug to Abby Rosenberg and the whole crew, everyone who participates. There's dozens of people who make that event possible, and that's going to be coming up. And Abby's not feeling so good; she's had the flu, so we want to give a shout out to her. Hope she's bouncing back. Her son Zach Sazitsky's having a heck of a game, so that's going to make her feel a little better. But all the proceeds go to ALS Research. They've raised over $1.5 million over 15 years, the first 14 years. So I just wanted to get that in. Thanks for letting me do that.
Absolutely.
And, looks like Luke took one for the team there.
Yeah, Luke took a hard foul there from Christensen. Now Christensen will be subbed out. Kotsafakis coming back in. Shots for Deloya. Up and good, the first one goes. 64-32 now. Just over 5 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. Second one, no good.
Ooh, over the back. Could have been a call there, but I don't know if that really matters now. But ooh, tough shot.
And over the back, and then a push. This one going on against number 30, who we do not have his name, but it was a technical was called in addition to the over-the-back foul.
Well, can appreciate the energy there.
He hasn't played minutes at all in this game. Comes in and makes a play like that. Not exactly what Coach Davis is looking for. And I appreciate the referee calling a technical on that, kind of trying to quell it, maybe any sort of retribution there from Hopkinton. As Kester goes 1 of 2 from the line, gets one more for the foul. And that one goes. Apparently he's getting more free throws.
Well, I think there's a double bonus and then two technical shots too. So
right, so 4 free throws there. Wow. 2 of 4 on the trip.
Number 30 coming out after 2 minutes and
getting a talking to from Coach.
Hate
Doesn't seem too interested in hearing what he has to say, but learning experience all the same.
Oh, wide open down low.
Lind drives. He gets hacked, but a travel is called before. Turnover there for Hopkinton. Drew Rankatori coming back in, as well as Jack Breslin for these final 4 minutes.
66-32. Lopsided affair so far. Nothing I can see is going to change that.
Jump shot fired from Ashland, no good. Grabbed by Breslin. And we were waiting to see what type of effort Ashland would bring here in the second half. And effort hasn't been the problem, but we never really got that big, maybe 6, 8, 10-point swing to get them back within shouting distance of this game. And in the lead has stayed at 30 points for the majority of the game since the second quarter.
Yeah, right. It's been pretty even since, well, definitely since halftime, but thereabouts, it's just
right. Game hasn't really gone on any big runs in either direction.
That's not to say that the boys aren't bringing it. They're definitely playing hard, and whoever's in there is playing hard. So
usually we talk about basketball being a game of runs. We often are up there using that cliche, and it is. But today, really, there hasn't been, besides the one huge run from Hopkinton to really establish this lead, there hasn't been much of anything.
Right. Number 13, Cameron Hardy, hitting another three-pointer. He's had quite a game. Sophomore lefty guard.
Yeah, fantastic dribbler.
Yeah,
and then hits the three there.
Got good skills. Oh, nice pass.
Great pass, and then travel called. Kind of a tough call there. Going to let the guy sit on his shoulders as he gets the foul there.
Yeah, I think he was traveling because there was a guy camped out on his shoulders. But anyway, the Tom Leone, tough break for him. But nice delivery and nice play by Tom. Just got an unlucky call there.
Hopkinton in his zone here in these final minutes. The tough floater good. 66-37 now.
Cameron Hardy's got about 12 points. Probably leading the team in scoring, I would think.
Hopkinton using all of the shot clock that they can, all 30 seconds. Down to 15 now. Starting to try to work the ball in. Lind better watch that shoulder.
Yep.
Dipping it in a little there. Now Breslin driving. Three fired.
Good shot.
No good, but Breslin grabs the board. A fresh shot clock. He turns around, fires anyway. Grabbed now by Hardy. Hardy drive, shot, no good.
Good box out.
Rankatori with the rebound. Now clock under 2 minutes. Hopkinton really going to look to bleed the shot clock here in these last few possessions. Lynn down low, kind of backed in the wrong way and got hit with a travel. Now the final Hopkinton player to get in on the court. Unfortunately, we don't have number 50's name, but he is the last one to get some minutes here for Hopkinton.
Yep, sorry we don't have his name, but he's playing down low. He's a big kid, so.
Yeah, good for Coach Keene to get literally the entire bench in here in this game in meaningful minutes.
Well, Ashland is going to find themselves at 4-6, and so is so are the Hillers. So things are tightening up in the Tri-Valley League. A 2-on-1. Oh, nice block.
Hillers managed to recover the loose ball. Unfortunately for Ashland, still about 20 seconds left to dribble out on this shot clock. And now number 50, after coming in about 30 seconds ago, will shoot his first free throws of the game. And we are just getting word that Jacob Schmidt is the mysterious number 50 now at the line. Just hit the front rim on that first one. And apparently the Hopkinton cheerleaders gave this information to us, so we appreciate it. Thank you for the assist.
Yeah, it looked like it made up the chain from the John Ritz to Tom Dings to us, so that's just incredible.
Cohesion there.
Yeah, really, continuity. Ooh. Jack Breslin doing a little swan dive on his, take him up from the team, but he's seems to bounce back okay, although he is checking himself out a little bit. That couldn't have felt good. 1 minute left, 66-37.
Yeah, pretty much a wire-to-wire victory here for, I believe they went down at the beginning, Hopkinton did, making it not a complete game victory, but after regaining the lead after that first initial deficit, Hopkinton has not looked back. Really has its imprint all over this game, offensively, defensively, hustle plays, free throws, the whole 9 yards. Hopkinton has dominated this contest on its way to 4-6 overall, 4-4 in the TVL.
We'll have to check the schedule where they go next from here. I know this is a game Friday night, I think. But what we hope in the bigger picture is that this is the sign of things to come in the next couple weeks, so they get over 500 and get in the playoff hunt. And tonight was their first step to do that, and they really needed this one. So I'm sure Coach Keene has got to be feeling good about that, but you can't let the guard down.
Right. Not only was it it was a game they need. You're right, but it wasn't just a close win. We gutted it out by 5, by 10. Like, this could be the one that starts. I think what you were alluding to starts a streak of these games, because a big 30-point win. That's something to feel good about, regardless of what your record is.
It certainly makes the practices go a little more smoothly when you in between now and the next game. Not just for the coaches and the core players who are getting the top 7 or 8 players but when the whole team all the way down to 12 deep is getting playing time, that helps the camaraderie and the energy and the vibe for the whole team. So that's great stuff. And again, looks like we have a split. Girls taking one. Tough loss for the Hiller girls before this, 39-36, I believe. And
they still managed to stick around, though. Cheer on the boys.
Yeah, that's
They're
good.
just leaving now.
And they have they got a big game in a couple weeks against Newton South, against a really undefeated team, a non-league game. We'll talk about that next couple weeks. But Newton South has a player, Veronica Burton, daughter of Steve Burton, who used to live in Hopkinton. Steve and I are good friends. We graduated Framingham North High together, so that's
some insider info right
there.
there.
You go. That's an away game at Newton South.
Maybe we can travel for that
on the 24th of January. We'll have to talk more about that. So that'll be the 25th. We'll have to let you know.
It certainly doesn't get any easier for either the girls or the boys. Boys having to win the majority of their remaining games to make the postseason, and the girls, obviously the TVL is tough every year. Medway, Ashland, Medfield, common names at the top. And that does it here as the clock kind of stopped for a few seconds, leaving everybody momentarily confused. But the final 2.4 does dribble out, and the Hopkinton Hillers take this one 66-37. Really dominating performance from beginning to end for the Hillers.
Yeah, so basically it was an even game the last 3 quarters or thereabouts. Yeah, basically, and the Hillers got to feel good about the end result, and a lot more to the season to go. A really good Tuesday night at the gym with 2 basketball games, lots of fun, and it was good doing the game with you, Tim.
Absolutely, Steve. Sorry for showing up late, leaving you out hanging for the first one, but I think we recovered strong.
We did, yeah.
For the last 2.
That's what they say, but we'll have to talk more about that. We'll have to talk to HR about that.
Absolutely.
But we're going to let you off the hook this one time.
For Steve Spector, I almost called him Steve Terosian. Excuse me, Mike. For Steve Spector, I'm Tim Mladic, and our entire crew here at HCAM. Thank you guys for stopping in to listen to this doubleheader.